Right, morning guys and girls. I'm back in the office. So here we go with the daily levels. You know what to do. Okay, and then we've got a new single print there. I'm just gonna click on it. So those two blue, dark blue levels. And then we've got a new time point of control, nearly the same level as a naked daily point of control. Same at the bottom here, but I think this was already given. And then there's a naked weekly point of control, which I didn't alert you to on Monday. You can just go ahead and record these. So and there's no naked session point of control, new naked session point of controls. Right, just going on a bit of a zoomed out view here. So first of all, this, you can see we're entering into this area there. Let me just hide that fixed range for a while. Yeah, you can see that's a range there. So we've just bounced off the bottom of that range, so that's quite obvious resistance. So we might have just come back and retested this level. So if I zoom out a little bit, you'll see this is no rocket science. It's so simple. I just put this purple line here. There was resistance, nearly resistance. There was resistance, resistance. Little fake out, resistance. There it was support. There it was support. And I think we've just broken through that. So not I think that we have just broken through that, and I think that is a really important level. Then the upper purple line, see there, it's been, well, sort of resistance, and then it became support, and we stayed above it there. There it was support. We just faked out below it, retested that level. So two really important, like more or less levels. It's not accurate. I just looked at it on a zoomed out view, and I just placed the two lines there. So what it looks to me here is we bounced off the bottom of that range, and now we came back to retest this level. So if we manage to hold this level and confirm it, then on the second attempt we might enter into that new range there. So okay, now that's the wrong one. So we've obviously just cleared that one. We're just hovering on the I still called it here the range above value area high when we were still below here. So we're just hovering on that value area high there, so that's acting as support now. So if we can find the support we need there, we might be able to get momentum to break into the upper range. And then that level there, you see the point of control is quite low, so we might enter and then get a bit of resistance. We might also find some resistance there at the value area low. You can see there's a bit of action around there, but I think, yeah, that might be the first resistance. Okay, it's also on that naked daily point of control, so definitely big resistance there. We might have a swing failure pattern and first come back and retest this again before we attempt that point of control. Yeah, I nearly made a mistake there. I think the value area low is a bigger resistance than although there is a big volume there. We might have bigger resistance here than the actual point of control. And then the value area high, you can see we once again have a time point of control, a time TPO naked point of control, and a naked daily point of control. Struggling with the words this morning. Right, so that's the zoomed out view for us there. Just staying on the zoomed out view, this looks a bit busy, but I just want to explain. So I had this, let me just switch off the FIB channel first. So still this old channel we have here, and then we obviously cleared that CCMA or closed that CCMA, so I can just take that away. So just before I get to the point I wanted to make, zooming out to that pitchfork, that shift. So remember, the only points I used was that corona low, the high, and the low we made. So I didn't do any other points, but look how accurate this has been respected. That was a perfect touch breakthrough. Probably found a bit of resistance on that anchored VWAP and a perfect retest of that. Look at that level, man, that's so perfect. So obviously the how can I say, the difficulty is in finding which levels are going to be respected. It's not possible for us to predict, but there's a few levels to look at, and we obviously look at where the confluences are, and then we try and make a sort of a prediction, but we don't preset. We try and look at the reaction, and then we can see, okay, this level is being respected or it's not being respected. Okay, long story, so I want to add this is not my own idea. I saw someone else do this. So you use an existing channel that is there, and then to determine the next levels up higher, you use a FIB channel. So what I did, I placed a FIB channel on my original channel. So that was my first point, you can see, and there's my second point. So I can just, oops, that's the wrong one I moved. Yeah, there's the FIB channel. You see, I've got it on the bottom and on the top, so I'm not going to get it so accurate. My lines are a little bit thick. My original channel was a bit thick, but there's the FIB channel on top of the old channel. And now you look for the 1.618 and the 2.618, 3. Those are the important levels, the 618 levels. Then I'm going to zoom in. So we didn't have this level here, except for we had this pitchfork, and then we had this was that the 1.618? Yes, the 1.618 of the FIB channel. Perfect confluence there. So it went through there, it came back, retested the pitchfork and the FIB channel 1.618. Then it went up. Where did it react? I couldn't find a level there. There was nothing there, because the swing failure of this level, see, it was down here. So that was quite a long wick it made through that previous high. But when I put this channel there, I saw this guy is onto something. So to find future levels, so normally we use the time FIB, to get more or less the right date, and then the FIB channels to get more or less levels up there, and then you start looking for confluences like we had here on this pitchfork. Okay, so that was quite a interesting level for me to look at. So just going back to these, I think I've basically explained my plan for the day. I'm waiting to see if we're going to bounce off this level, and then I'll wait for a reaction. We'll probably enter there, but I'll wait for a reaction. So that might be my first action that I'll take. I just have to travel again locally today, so if I'm in front of the charts, I'll look at that. Otherwise, I'm still in my oxygen trade. We lost a bit of value there. We can just have a look at that quickly. So nothing to worry about. So I've got this key level here. If we lose this level, I'll probably look to close the rest of my trade in a quite a good profit. Let's just look at where that key level is. On 3x, that's still 75% profit, still a really good profit. But I think we're still respecting the levels here. So if I pull a FIB from there to the high, perfect support there, and it's just following Bitcoin a little bit. So if Bitcoin holds this level and goes into there, the altcoins will probably follow as well. But if we lose this level and go down, then I don't think oxygen is going to survive or stay above the key level, so then I'll just close around there. Let's just go back to the other chart. That's basically, I'm just going to go through all my levels and make sure we've covered everything. Okay, I just went through all my levels, and I found this while we were speaking about because we were speaking about the Fibonacci time extension. So the first or the previous all-time high, well, you know what all-time high I'm talking about, last year April, and then that low that was made on the 22nd of June, and then the high again this year, end of last year, our last high. If I use that Fibonacci time, then we're reaching that 1.618 level around the 1st or the 2nd of March there. So some people said the 1st of March, my FIB time comes out on the 2nd of March. So just bear in mind that on a higher time frame, or on a zoomed out view as well, there's some we don't know up or down. I'll try and find confluences that we have some options to look at if to expect higher or lower. Right, and then zooming in slightly on the 1 hour, I see I've still got this channel that was really well respected down there, and there as well, and got close there. So, and we just rejected off the midline there, a bit of a week through there and back here. So this channel is also still in play, just to keep in the back of your mind. And I see I also skipped when I was offline these past few days. I skipped this daily level, so you can also just record that daily level is around 41,400. I think that is quite an important level because it's right on top of this single print box. So obviously the single prints have been closed up to there already, but I think if you look at that level there, there's like a baseline there, and it's in confluence with that daily level. So I would record this level and just keep it on my chart and remember about this. Well, it's obvious, you can see it. Okay, and then the last point I want to make is I added all my levels now, so the monthly levels are has also come into play. So that purple line there was the previous month value area high, so acted as really accurate resistance there and there. Well, we just bounced off it again recently. That purple line is just a normal monthly. It's also showing some resistance and support both ways. And then this was the or is the previous month point of control, and that was the only action or level we had when we shot up to this level here around 42,000. Well, except for that, it's also a psychological round number. I think we spoke about that in one of our previous videos, but there you are, previous month point of control. So right, enjoy your day, keep watching the charts. I've already showed you my plan, and we'll speak again tomorrow. Cheers.